Okay, if you chose the black problem, I'm assuming that you've already had some experience working with rational numbers. So what I'm asking you to do here is when you're trying to get rid of the radicals in the denominator, this is called rationalizing the denominator. Rationalizing the denominator. And in advanced mathematics, a lot of times it's a little bit easier to get radicals always in the numerator just for doing various things. So how do we do that? If I've got 2 minus the square root of 3 over 4 plus the square root of 5, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply the top and the bottom. And whenever you have a fraction, you can always multiply the top and the bottom is by a number or an expression and keep it equivalent as long as it's the same thing that you're multiplying. So in this one, I'm going to take whatever is in the denominator. So in this case, the 4 and the root 5, and that's what I'm going to use, except instead of making it a plus, I'm going to do whatever the opposite the sign is. So I'm going to make that a minus. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 4 minus square root of 5, which means I've got to multiply the top by 4 minus the square root of 5. Now, how is that going to get rid of the radicals? Well, let's go down here to the bottom and just work it out. 4 plus root 5 times 4 minus root 5. Well, that's going to be here. We're going to expand this. So I got to multiply both of these by 4. So 4 times 4 is 16 minus 4 times the square root of 5. And then I got to multiply the second term, expand that. So root 5 times 4 is a positive 4 root 5. And then minus the square root of 25. And if you notice, if you do this correctly, these middle two terms will always cancel out. That's how you get rid of your radical. So this becomes 16 minus, and the square root of 25 is 5. And 16 minus 5 is 11. So the denominator becomes 11. Okay? And then whatever, because I did that in the denominator, I got to do the same thing in the numerator. And the process looks very similar, except the radicals aren't going to cancel, usually. 2 minus root 3 times 4 minus root 5. Go through and do my expanding. Multiply those two terms by 2. So that's going to give me 8 minus 2 root 5. And then I got to multiply the second term in there. So that's going to be minus 4 times root 3 plus the square root of 15. And if you look at that, none of that can be simplified. Nothing can be combined. And so that becomes my numerator. This is going to be 8 minus 2 root 5 minus 4 root 3 plus, running out of room, the square root of 15. And that is how you get rid of radicals in a denominator, which is called rationalizing the denominator.